Yo, check it out. Check it out. It's Wednesday once again, y'all. What's
up?
happening?
Hello, everybody.
What up?
What's going on?
Happy hump motherfucking day.
Happy hump day.
You coming with motherfuckers early in the pod. Okay, I see you, Murph. Check this out. It's Wednesday.
It's
Act
hump
like we never
day.
left. It's the Guy Podcast. Before we get this stuff jumped off, we want to shout out. First of all, we want to shout out the folks that's not here. Tina B. Get well soon. Sean out there in Parts Unknown doing his thing. Tazon Street Team General. Salute. See you. And let's shout out Nick J. It's her birthday, so we want to go ahead and shout her out on her birthday. So shout out to the homie Nick J of Mark. Nick J and the Vibes. Y'all know how they doing Monday. Y'all already know the vibe.
Man, damn Nick J. He got me watching some fucking reality TV show that I fucking end up liking, and I end up watching that shit all fucking day Sunday, and then watching the fucking finale today and the reunion today, and it's her fucking fault. But happy birthday though.
I support all of that right now. I support everything you just said right now, and I'm glad I'm you. And I know hell no, I don't want to know what the name of the show is. Man, but yo, shout out to all y'all out there on Facebook Live. YouTube Live. Shout out to our wonderful listeners out there. 1 Mile High Radio. Shout out Bobby Blackjack come through on Blackjack TV channel 199. Shout out to everybody that fucks with us behind the scenes.
Yep.
Rocking with us. Everybody that been rocking with us. And
goodbye, baby. I got some people on motherfucking head.
Let's get into the shits. What Murray? Wow. Hey, y'all got what we got as far as icebreakers, man? Because y'all, I got a feeling it's gonna be some bullshit tonight, man. But who want to go first, man? Becca, we're gonna save you for last. Cause look like you bothered,
man.
What you got, Mark?
You know what? First things first, right? I'm trying to tell you, I had an Ice Cube type of, it was a good day today, so shout to that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, and shout to all the ladies that I got to see today. Y'all all look good. My head was on a swivel all day. 82 degrees in Philly. You know what I mean? And y'all was looking apart. I mean, you had business casual. You had sundress season going on. Hey. You had workout clothes going on. I mean, everything was happening. Seriously. Yeah, it was popping. It was popping in these streets, man. It was definitely popping in these streets. There's a couple other stories I can't really get into right now, but you know what I mean? For real, we'll talk about that later date. You know what I'm saying?
Save that for podcast after dark.
Yeah, we'll say that for later. But let me start out with this, right? I gotta start out with this. I'm like, yo, Russell Wilson has been married to Sierra and had kids with her. I don't know, last few years or something, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm like, people still talking about. I'm like, oh man, I don't know how he got it, the bull corny and all of that. Listen, man, guess what? Sierra, y'all mean for real, liked him. He done wifed it up, had kids with her. I'm like, nothing's corny about that. You know what I mean? That's number one, right?
Absolutely.
I'm just like, yo, I'm like, first thing, if you a dude, why do you care if another dude corny? Like, I'm not really feeling that right there, man. That's just like, you know what I'm saying? That's beta male energy right there to me. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That ain't no real man shit. You know what I'm saying? I was like, listen, I think one of my homies, right? I think he does corny shit, but I'm like, yo, if the girls like it, why? My opinion don't even matter. You know what I mean? I'm like, this boy that really went out with the Steve Urkel glasses and suspenders with us one time, right? He really did that shit and cleaned up. You know what I'm saying? Damn. So I'm like, they like it. You know what I mean? It don't matter if I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to say like this to everybody still talking about Russell Wilson and, whatever you think he is. I just like, man, that boy, you know what I'm saying? I like, listen, a few of these ladies can use a Russell Wilson. And a few of these men, y'all mean for real, can learn from a Russell Wilson. So leave the boy alone. The boy doing his thing. I'm like, the dude really signed a $170 million contract in the bed with his wife. It don't get no more baller than that. You know what I'm saying? So
ain't shit corny about that.
I'm like, yo, instead of, he ain't at no club celebrating. He in bed with his wife, y'all me signing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, all right, well, got things to do. Good night. Like, it don't get no more baller than that to me, man. So I don't want to hear nobody's Russell Wilson and what he ain't. I like Russell Wilson, you know what I'm saying? That boy kind of thorough to me, man. You know what I'm saying? I like, listen, and I'm gonna say like this: every chick doesn't go for the same type of bull. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, some girls don't want a city boy. You know what I mean? Some of them like, yo, I'm good on that. I'm good on that. You know what I'm saying? I just want a guy, you know what I mean, go to work and come home. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, man, it's somebody for everybody. Stop hating on Russell Wilson. You know what I'm saying? He doing his thing. Leave that man alone. You clearly upset by it, and he's clearly winning. So that's it.
Hey, Mark, you said the question was like it's still a question of how Russ got Sierra.
Yeah, I mean, it's dudes are asking the question. If females was asking a question, I could live with that. But I'm just saying, it's dudes asking that question. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, yo, and they're like, oh yeah, well, she only with him because he got money. He got money. I'm like, she been with dudes who had money. You know what I mean? Maybe the dude, you know what I mean, just a cool dude. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they vibe. You know what I'm saying?
She switched the style up, and people ain't got over it yet. That's what it is.
I'm like, yo, just
hey.
And there's nothing wrong with that either, because
it ain't not at all.
All the dudes that she was with before did not work out for her. So she said, let me stop dating my type, quote unquote, my type, and date something that I'm not used to, something else, and it worked for her. What is the big deal?
exactly.
You know what? I don't even think it's the fact that she changed types, or she went just complete opposite. I think it's more the fact, like when niggas ask that question, it's just like when the girls go through a phase in high school and all they want is fucking. They want the popular dope boy in high school, or the bad boy, or the street nigga and shit like that. And then they finally, after some years, or whether they either go to college, or they get a good ass job, or they do something where they kind of level up and they start thinking differently, and then all of a sudden they want either a college nigga, or a military nigga, or a CEO nigga, or a corporate nigga. That's what because you get tired of that street nigga bullshit. That's what, in my opinion, that's what the fuck happened. If you want to know why you didn't Russ, it's Future. It's Future fault. That's why. The reason why he didn't Russ is because of Future. The shit, I'm tired of dealing with that kind of fucking whether you want to call it shenanigans, or you want to call it game, or whatever, or lifestyle. She just got tired dealing with that kind of lifestyle.
That's it.
That's all the fucking was.
I like, but you know,
asking this question.
I'm gonna say, like, the only thing I don't like is that, like, yo, like, dude, why do you care about another dude? Like, yeah, I mean, that's just not manly to me, dog. Like, I can't feel it. I can't feel it. That's beta male energy. I can't feel that. I ain't never worried about some other dude, you know what I mean, and whether he corny or not, man. I like, look, we out here trying to get at these Jones. Like, that's what we here. We ain't here worried about no other dude. I don't care. Care about that bull. You know what I'm saying? I like, man, I'm trying to tell you, seriously, people who talk like that, I'm wondering, like, yo, fam, are we playing for the same team or not? Like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I really don't know.
I think we're all in agreement on this one. I don't have to beat that dead horse, but I like each and every one of y'all theories on that one. But shout out to Russell Wilson and his bride Sierra. And what
okay. Yeah. Let me say one more thing.
Go ahead, Murray. Speak on it.
Yeah, she has dealt with other niggas with money, but she ain't dealt with niggas with Russell Wilson money. You could just at one sign of a check, $175 million.
Yeah, but see, she got married to him before the big contract came. You know what I mean? So she was with him still on a rookie deal. I was just like, all right, hey man, whatever. I'm just like, she liked the ball. for him, and then he leveled up after that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no. I wasn't saying that she went him for the money. I was saying, and icing on the cake.
Yeah.
And the nigga got money. So that's what I'm saying. It's like it's nothing that you can fucking diss about fucking about Russ Wilson. That's what I'm saying. On top of that, and he got money. There's nothing. There's nothing that you can say about the nigga except yo, congratulations.
Yo, shorty, all the females watching are gonna watch this. Your Russell Wilson is out there. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, you know, he might, you know what I'm saying? You might think, well, maybe a little square, but guess what? He's gonna treat you good. He's gonna make sure everything is cool and everything like that. You know, please don't look at me in that light. You know what I'm saying? We not doing that over here at all. You know what I'm saying? We can have some fun and that's it. You know what I mean? But I was just like, but your Russell Wilson, your Prince is out there. You know what I mean? I hope you find him, and that's that.
That's it.
And that nigga wanted to make it very clear that he ain't the type. Cheap disclaimer to stop.
If Mark get $135 million, he's not signing that shit in the bed with no bra
at all.
He's gonna spend that money after washy.
Yeah. Hey man, listen. At least I know that price. I mean, you know that price don't increase, don't decrease. It stays the same. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I don't like inflation. Inflation corny. You know what I'm saying? Just keep my price where it's at.
That's right, Jamal. Tell him. You'll be a Russell.
There you go. You know what I mean? Shit.
Yo, hey, I'm gonna do mine next if y'all don't mind, man.
All right.
Let's go with this, man. In the Western Conference, man, last night, you had the 7-8 seed in the play-in game. The Minnesota Timberwolves were victorious over the Los Angeles Clippers, and the reason I'm posting this is because Pat Beverley, your resident point guard that like to injure people in the name of playing good defense, he celebrated this win like they put those guys out of the playoffs, like it was an NBA championship. I don't know if y'all seen that ridiculousness, but I was absolutely disgusted. I was shocked, and he said something about we're sending their ass back home. Motherfucker, they got a game tomorrow. Shit, like he really act like they eliminated them. But I'm gonna let. What are your thoughts on that bullshit?
That's his old. That's his old team.
Yo, listen. I'll tell you what. Well, I got no problem with it. You know why I got no problem with it?
Fuck.
Let me tell you why I got no problem with it. Cause listen, I'm down for all this shit. Hey, it's entertaining to me.
Oh my God.
It's fucking entertaining to me. And here's the other thing, right? Pat Beverley is exactly who the fuck we thought he was. That nigga, that's what that nigga do. He does that shit. He gonna write a check whether he can cash that shit or not. Just like when he was with the Clippers and he signed Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, that nigga immediately said, "Damn, now I'm about to win the championship finally." That's what the fuck Pat Beverley do, man. He be overly excited. He's overly aggressive. He's overly extra as fuck. But you know what? Hey, I like looking at all the fucking shenanigans.
I'm gonna say like this from this standpoint. Anytime you get to talk shit to your old job, that should be all right. That should be inbounds all the way. So the old company you work for and you talking shit to them. You know what I'm saying? I just like look. I'm gonna say like this. I wish I could play for a championship against my old job and beat their ass and then talk shit to them. You know what I'm saying? Just like say that. Hey, that'd be a great day for me. You know what I'm saying? There's a couple old jobs. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, man, boy, if I see you, you know what I'm saying? I'm like that energy is still there. You try to grow up, man, but it's just like, man, you might see somebody and be like, do I got my black Air Forces in the car? Because if I do, I'm putting them on. You know what I'm saying?
I'm kind of with Mark on this one. Like, hey, that nigga talking shit about the Clippers. What did they trade him or cut him? What the fuck they did?
Cut him.
They cut him?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's actually going against fucking the team that cut his ass and then just beat that nigga, and maybe eliminated out the playoffs.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. But this the same nigga that said, "Yo, we just won the championship. We finally gonna make his ass." After
that don't make it right.
And Kawhi Leonard.
I promise, bro, that don't make it right.
All I'm saying is,
I promise that don't make it right.
Okay. Stacks, let me ask you this: did what the fuck he did surprise you?
Not at all.
Nah,
not at all.
it did.
That's all I'm saying.
That's the dude that. And if y'all don't know Pat Bev, this is the guy that if you got like one technical foul, and you get two techs, you get fouled out of the game. You gotta avoid this guy the entire game,
right? Because
he is going to entice you to get that tech. And 9 times out of 10, he has no techs, so he has no problem in being a double tech situation. So he get his first, you get your second, and your ass is out the game. Right. That's the way I explain that. That's the way I describe that nigga. And I describe, like Jamal said, if Black Air Force One was a person, it'd be fucking Pat Beverley. Right. Absolutely.
Everything you just said just now, Stack, is fucking right. It's completely accurate. It's completely accurate. And you know what? Somebody said that for a playoff team need at least one person like that. That's how Draymond Green is on Golden State. That's how Dennis Rodman used to be. Now, like I said, the main problem with Patrick Beverley, a lot of other players that talk shit like that, they're more skilled when they got back it up.
Yeah, upper echelon type talent.
Yeah, Pat Beverley, he's just like a gnat. He's just gonna bug the fuck out you. He's gonna irritate the fuck out you, and that's his skill set.
Hey, Stephen A. Smith called that motherfucker professional pest. Like that. That's his basketball. He said he literally said he gets paid to piss people off. Listen, which is very accurate. But y'all, Shaq, they had a field day on this shit on NBA on TNT panel, bro. They had a field day, man. They said they added that, they were saying that how they played One Shining Moment, and he saw people popping bottles, and it was hilarious, man. They was getting roasted for that celebration, man. They was really getting roasted. But
I tell you what, though, Stacks. I am anxious to see how that nigga does going against Ja Morant.
You know what? I'm going to make a prediction. Ja Morant he's probably going to hurt Ja Morant. He's known for that. Probably put Ja Morant out for the playoffs. I don't want to see that happen, but that's one thing that Pat Beverley is known for as well. Injuring players, and it's usually a long injury where you're off the court for a very long time.
Man, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I see, for, Pat Bev giving up 30 points and about 5 fouls. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Every game until he can't take it anymore. That's about it.
That's crazy.
All right. Murray, what you got, man?
Yo, listen.
Here we go.
Lord. Fuck.
Here we go.
Hey, that goddamn 50 Cent is no chill.
Not one.
Not one. Not in
50 until the day he fucking died, right? And like, I saw a clip last week. I think 50 was on. I don't know if it was the Breakfast Club or what, but 50 was like, "Yo, I don't like problems. All right, I don't like problems. I don't even try to cause problems. But if a nigga say he got a problem with me, I say no problem."
I love it.
Hey, and me saying that make niggas, they automatically make me look bad. But so I saw that clip, right? And I love that fucking clip. I just saw that shit yesterday.
But that's real talk, though.
Yeah, that's real talk.
That's real talk.
18.
50 being 50. This nigga did a little tweet. What do we call it? Tweet. He said, "Yo, young Buck Benzino, just embrace who you are, but don't pat nobody ass when they score a basketball. LOL, ha ha ha. Nah, for real, punk." Now, let me tell you what the fuck he's talking about. This nigga, 50 just outed Benzino for having a relationship with a trans model.
Oh my God, 50.
And,
Jesus Christ.
And he got it where you can hear Benzino pleading with Brooks to keep our relationship private because being in a relationship with a transgender woman is new for him. Benzino says, I'm looking bad. You're not looking bad, Shauna. Can't you get that through your head? You just look like a chick trying to fuck with a nigga. Somebody take this icebreakers down so I can finish reading my goddamn line.
My bad. I apologize, man.
Oh, I'm looking wrong because
angry.
what the fuck do I look like trying to mess with a transgender? And 50 Cent tweeted this shit and outed him online today. This shit happened today.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Wow.
50 outed Benzino saying he's talking to a transgender model.
Man,
out of relationship with trans model. 50's being 50, and 50 always gonna always be 50. So he blasted out online today for talking to a transgender model, and Benzino trying to keep it under wraps.
But the thing is, it's more of these guys that are in these situations every day. You know what I mean? You hear about a dude with a transgender, you know what I mean, for real, chick or whatever, and they were trying to keep it quiet. I'm just like, listen, man, just live your true life, man. If this is what you like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, if you on your Malik Yoba, you know what I mean, then it's all right, man. You know what I mean? That's your twist, boy. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just don't understand the hiding shit. Just come on. It's 2022. Yeah. If this is what you like, then this is what you like. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? I don't even understand these boys now because I'm just like, look, if you just live, you know what I mean, for real, with your true self, you know what I'm saying? Can't nobody use nothing against you to try to clown you or whatever. This is like, this is who I am. This is who I like. End the story. You know what I'm saying? All this hiding and all this other goofy shit, just come on, man. You know what I mean?
Especially if you ever had any disagreement with 50 Cent. Any kind of disagreement with 50 Cent.
he going to use it. Absolutely.
Anything to hide. And you had any disagreement with 50 Cent, best believe 50 Cent got the text. I don't know how the fuck 50 be finding this shit out, but the nigga don't mind talking about nothing. He don't mind publicizing nothing, and he don't give a fuck who it is. That nigga's gonna say it, and he's gonna clown you.
Facts, Jamal.
Yo.
Yep, that's how it goes.
Yeah.
Oh no, he said that. He told the nigga. He told the transgender whatever.
Transgender woman.
Yeah, that nigga. So,
transgender woman.
I said, yeah, that nigga. He asked him. He asked him to keep this private because I'm not used to this. But you look good, but I look bad.
Well, I'm like, man,
that's ridiculous.
You should have thought about that. You know what I mean? But never mind. Look, you know what I'm saying?
Speak up, nigga. This is an icebreaker, nigga. Break your fucking ice.
I'm just saying, like, dude, you should have thought of that, you know what I mean, for before you got with her. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I swear, these boys real goofy. These boys is real goofy. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying.
I know 50 would be the last person on the planet I would even begin to piss off if I was famous. Like, he's the last celebrity, the very last one I would have an issue with if I was a celebrity.
Yeah, I think if 50 has an issue with you, then I mean, if he already had a previous issue with you and he finds out some shit like this, he's gonna post it. That's just who he is.
There. Sam always coming through with the boom. I will never understand why people are ashamed to date us trans people. It's not like they're the ones getting killed for it. Mic drop.
Yeah. Zeno, did you hear that?
The thing with 50 is that 50 don't even have no chill with women because he even went at Tasha about her hair. So he has really no chill, none whatsoever.
That nigga is EOE asshole. He's equal opportunity for employer for anybody.
Exactly.
Everybody can get it.
Right. You can't. One thing you can't say about 50 is that he's biased. He definitely will give it to
he's
whoever.
really not.
Yeah.
Whenever.
I'm like, man. I'm like, listen. He be giving it to Stars, and Stars cut him a check. and he be giving it to them. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, he really don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like these dudes really can snatch your show off. You know what I mean? Don't matter. You know what I'm saying? I'm going at him.
And the thing about it is that his shows are so damn good that if he really was to just say, I'm leaving Stars, you know how
Everybody
many
fucking with Stars like that.
You know how many stations will want to give him whatever dollar amount he asks for. So it's that like what Lotto say, big dick energy. Like, listen, I got the bomb shows. Can't none of y'all say shit to me. So I'm gonna do whatever I want because y'all really can't touch me.
Hold up. Now, wait a minute. I mean, I gotta stop it right there, right? Because I remember, y'all mean, when I said something very similar, y'all mean, on this podcast, right? Like, listen, you know, when somebody try to tell me about what I'm doing on the job, and I'm like, look, I'm number one. Y'all mean that means shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? I'm number one on the job. You can't tell me how to do nothing better. You know what I'm saying? I just like, man, so it's cheer 50, but y'all mean, Mark, I don't know if you should do that. Nah, y'all mean I'm following 50 energy. You know what I'm saying? If you number one on your job, 50. You get to talk
50,
shit.
Mark,
you know what I mean? Yo, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, Mark.
That shit work for 50, man.
Mark,
not so much. Hey, that shit.
Five, you a nickel. you gotta move nigga.
That's the disclaimer.
Talk your shit. Talk your shit.
That shit works.
That's subjective, Mark. That's subjective.
And Mark, you're not the only one. I mean, I'm saying it works for 50. For us regular folk, not so much.
Not so much.
Listen, talk y'all shit, y'all. If y'all number one on your job, talk your shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm co-signing that.
That's funny.
Because of what you got for your iceberg. Damn.
Before I go into my iceberg, I want to shout out Jamal Long for the shirt. Thank you, sir. RJ, the brand, you heard. So Jamal, if you want to put your website in the comments, we'll put it. He does all kinds of stuff, shirts, hats.
Post it in the group too.
We got lip gloss. We got everything is sea moss infused, lip gloss, lotions, all kinds of stuff. So hit him up for that. But I wanted to kind of switch it up a little bit. There you go. RJ the brand. RTJthebrand.com.
Gotcha.
So just a little switch up. I'm sure that we have discussed this plenty of times amongst our friends or whatever, but this particular case right here really pissed me off today. I actually was on the radio this morning. Shout out to Power 98, Charlotte, New York. Anyway, Charlotte, North Carolina. I was on the radio talking about this morning. This particular case right here.
Oh Lord,
it really aggravates me. And it aggravates me for several reasons.
Read the title.
Say it again.
Read the title. What was it about?
This one says Christian. I'm not gonna mess up his name. Christian's brother says we cannot do this without the community. In a statement addressing Christian's previous tweets about Black people and women. Okay. So just to quickly bring the story, to understanding. Black man was dating a white woman. She murdered him. She stabbed him. I want to say, I'm not sure if this is facts. She stabbed him in his sleep, I think. I'm not sure how, but she stabbed him. There's videotapes of her with his blood on her and everything.
Covered in blood.
Covered in it. Not like a little droplet. She's covered in his blood.
Yeah, you would thought it was Halloween the way she was covered.
Right. So whenever Black men are murdered, the first thing they do is go in the past and see what this man is about. So they bring up some old tweets from him from 10 years ago about saying some really nasty things about Black women. Black women, why is there Black women in this class? Y'all think I date Black women because I'm a Black man? Ew, I don't want them. I only like white women. He's saying some real disgusting stuff.
Wow.
So the story that pissed me off today about this was because of those tweets, you have women, particularly Black women, saying that, oh, so you wanted to date the white girl and the white girl killed you? Oh, well, so what? We don't care about your murder. So there's the narrative out there that Black women are not going to support his family and getting that murderer, because not only did she murder him, but she went to the club after. There's
Wait,
video.
What?
There's videos of her partying in the streets and chilling. Why? Because of self-defense. She claimed mental instability. She didn't even get locked up or charged.
Yeah, this was in Florida, right? This happened in Florida?
Yes, Merv.
Okay.
I'm not sure where. But
that sound about right for Florida.
Yeah.
Does sound about right. So, matter of fact, it is because they were trying to find ways of how she can get off, and stand your ground was one of them because she pled self-defense. They didn't even put her in a psychiatric ward. They gave her like a quick little psychiatric test just to prove that she was mentally unstable, and they let her go. And there's video of her partying in Miami in the clubs that same day, the next day after, and up until today. She's just in the streets, roaming free, footloose, fancy, all the place. So today, the question posted, is Black women going to support his family in getting her jailed for his murder, even though he did not like Black women at all and spoke very much against Black women?
They won't.
And a lot of them were like, no, we don't care. We don't care that he got murdered. So what? That's what he get for dating a white woman.
Yeah.
And it blew my mind. It actually pissed me off. So this morning when I was on the radio talking about it, they was like, so you as a Black woman, are you going to support the protest and all of this stuff to get her put in jail, even though he talked badly about Black women? Yeah. Because once again, when y'all hear men saying that they don't feel protected, don't say shit, because this is what they're talking about. Again, back to a previous pod that we had, protecting Black women doesn't mean shitting on Black men. So because this man decided to date white women and he got murdered, we shouldn't give a shit about him, about his justice. It pissed me off. And everybody was like, yeah, I get what they're saying. I get we should, his murderer should be sent to jail, but we're gonna let white women do that and we just gonna sit back. I'll never understand that.
Yeah, it's I'm trying to tell you, it's really, about, who you support and who you like with many people. You know what I'm saying? I remember having a conversation, this is some years back, when Cardi B was talking about, for her time in the club and like, I set boys up, for real, and they get robbed or whatever. And I'm like, it's a lot of women supported that. Oh, well, they shouldn't have been. Them dudes shouldn't have been trying to have sex with her. You in a strip club. Guess what? A dude's gonna try to have sex, for real, with somebody who worked there. That's standard procedure. But I'm just saying, forget the story for a minute. It's just more like, we like Cardi, so we gonna ride for it. And what these women are saying is, we don't like this dude because of the stuff that he said and stuff that he stood for, so we ain't gonna ride for him. So sometimes it really, really come down to just who you like or who you bang with. You know what I'm saying? And that's it.
So
and that's the problem, Trey. That your comment, Trey, is the problem, because we often, and even my cousin has talked about it quite a few times. We've mentioned it quite a few times on this pod, that these are the reasons why Black men particularly, feel like they not shit to nobody, especially Black women, because of things like this. God forbid anybody in my family was to be murdered in this way. The person that murdered them, there's video of my cousin's, let's just say my cousin's blood on her shirt. She's out in the club partying, and I get to hear people say that just because my cousin put some tweets out 10 years ago while he was in high school, his murderer doesn't deserve justice. That just seems so crazy to me. And people were really not only saying this with their mouth, but they were actually trying to give reasons as to justify why this man's murderer should be handled by white women just because of what he said. You know how much crazy stuff we say in high school that we don't agree with as we get older.
So yeah. So Black woman is almost like is his own sorority, is his own gang, is his own organization. Is almost like Black women against the world, regardless of the relationship or kin or whatnot. It's been like that. It's been like that for a while. For example, let's say you married your if you get in an argument with your wife, a lot of times the black woman in your family is going to side immediately
Hey, Nick.
Hey, birthday
with
girl.
your wife before they even know the situation. And then when they hear the situation, it's almost like, even though I'm your brother, I gotta prove to you that I was 100% right before
Yeah.
you go against my wife that you only know her as because of fucking me. It's really like a unsaid understanding between the black woman community that they're going to stick together no matter what. And that's not every case, but a lot of time, majority of the case, it's almost like it's a organization, a black woman sorority, a black woman organization, a black woman gang, and that's just how it should go. Like if it's any kind of situation where the black woman is being whether it's verbally or talked about it in a bad way, that other person is damn near, yeah, they're automatically wrong. You have to prove.
Like Meg the Stallion.
Right. And everybody jumped behind Meg the Stallion. And that's how shit is.
Yeah.
And no, not 100% before somebody says something about that. But majority of the times that's how it is.
I think it's important to mention. I think it's much more black women that would support than not. That's just me. We don't want to give off. Like you said, that's not 100% across the board, but I think it's more than support.
I've seen some other posts about that's separate from Becca, and them black women on that Facebook post I saw was like, nah, that nigga good. Shit, he ain't like us anyway. So I think I think it's more black women that will say I don't give a fuck than black women that would be like, nah, she need to go to jail. Just off those tweets, I think it's gonna be 60% black women say I don't give a fuck. He ain't like us no way. And it's gonna be 40% or less of black women that be like, nah, they need to make sure she go to jail. Just based off those tweets.
I think the issue is that people they'll self-identify with a situation too much to the point where they're talking about me, our people as our group as a whole. Whereas you still got to take away from it that this is a white person getting away with killing a black person. So you gotta take your personal attachments out of the situation and just look at it from the aspect of this is still a situation where a white person killed a black person that got away with it. And that's the issue where people aren't willing to let all of that go to just come to that conclusion. And that's something that that they've been getting away with since we came over here on ships. But that's a whole other pod right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. And that was the thing that really aggravated me, because I'm like, y'all are really saying that y'all don't want this man's death to be you don't want him to have any justice because he talked bad about black women, and they was like, if the way he felt about black women, we shouldn't support him at all. And I was like, well, if you're gonna take that case, you know how many rappers you wouldn't be supporting? Do you know how many movie actors you wouldn't be watching their movies? You know how many TV show actors you wouldn't be watching their TV shows? It's like the take of a lot of them had to take is, if you cool with black women, then we gonna care. But if you're not cool with black women, then we don't care. And I know for a fact that if it was somebody in their family, they would not feel that way. And it was just like, how could y'all really out your mouth say you don't care about this man being murdered because he dated white women? And spoke badly about black women. You know how many people speak badly about black women? We get it all the time.
But I think that's the part where the support comes in, or the lack thereof. You know what I'm saying? I don't even think they mind that he dated white women or whatever, but to speak badly about a group of people, which in case this is black women, that's why they just like, no, he on his own. You know what I'm saying? It's people, who still feel that way about Kevin Hart. With tweets that he said, that offended, the LGBTQ community. You know what I'm saying? At least, they're just like, oh yeah, well, I hope he don't get nothing. I'm like, that was 2010. that he made those tweets.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not 2022, but it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? So I like people gonna feel the way they feel based on whatever you did. If it comes to light, you know what I'm saying? They gonna feel that way.
Well, I tell you another thing. If you're a black guy that's got something going on for yourself in a positive way, where okay, look for layman's term, let's say you consider a good eligible black bachelor man.
Mm-hmm.
But take those tweets out of it. You dating a white woman and you considered one of the good ones, one of the good catches as an eligible black bachelor, and you just dating a white woman, that right there already puts you frowned upon in the black woman community. Right,
I don't
right
know
there.
if I agree about that one.
Stacks, what, nigga? Like I need to get out of there.
I think it used to be like that.
It's still like that. Only thing is, it's not said as much. It's not said as much. That's the only thing is now. So you factor that in, then add the fact that nigga is tweeting or make bad comments, nasty comments, insults toward the black woman. Yeah, that nigga's dead to most of the black woman community before this murder even happened. So when that happened, it was already like, oh shit. That nigga was a white girl. One, he was talking shit about the about black woman, and he got killed by a white girl. Well, shit, that nigga. I'm telling you, Laura, shit. That nigga, hey, he dug karma. He dug his own grave.
That's what they're saying. They're saying that that's what you
I'm telling you,
like,
that's
what you get.
If you're a not eligible black bachelor and you date a white woman, you automatically frowned upon in majority of the black woman community.
But the caveat to this is that particular woman is a influencer, an Instagram model, and of course they went back to find a video of her saying, "I only date black men. I don't like to date white men. I only date black men. I only date good black men." And this is during a podcast. She's saying this, and they're laughing. They're laughing like she's like, "I'm serious. Like I don't date white guys. I only date black men. That's my type. That's what I like." And she likes to date black men for her image. So her comment on the podcast that she was on, and then his tweets, and then now he's dead. She murdered him, and she's out partying at the club right after that. It's nasty.
Yeah. He got double negative. He was dating black one. He was dating a white girl. And that made the black woman community mad. Then he talked shit about the black woman. So
that was really that's what really pushed it over the top.
Because I'm telling you, they really like only eligible. But if you a bum, they don't give a fuck. They're like, oh yeah, you can have that nigga. You can have that nigga. But I'm telling you, if you a nice if you consider perception wise a good eligible black bachelor, and you date a white woman, that's frowned upon in the black woman community because they feel like we already struggle. This was all right. They feel like we already struggle
finding
good niggas. We already struggle finding good black men. We already deal with a lot of bullshit when it comes to black men. And then a good black men that would take care of our kids, that's going to go get up and get a job, going to provide. And
you
then
go over there,
and the white woman taking their ass too. Oh wait, you want them? And you want? I will fuck you then. And then you talking shit about the black woman. Oh, nigga, double fuck you. Then you found out that same white woman killed. Oh, shit, that nigga shouldn't. That nigga like white woman, right? He should fuck with. He should fuck with one of us. The worst thing we would have done is probably take his money. They kill you. That's a lot of thought process. Believe it or not, believe it or not. Because like my brother dated white women all his adult life. I've heard comments about my brother in regards to that same kind of shit.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna say like this though, bums out here, they still winning. You know what I mean? They still homosexuals. You know what I mean? For if she got a spot, that means I got a spot. They still yummy drive her to work in the Altima and take the Altima for the day. Trust me, it was 82 degrees out here. I seen a lot of Altimas, you know what I mean, today. It was a lot of Altimas on the street today. You know what I'm saying? And not one girl in them. And not one girl in them. Yeah, man. I like, man, seriously, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? Bum still winning. Don't let no chick get on no Twitter, no TV, no Instagram, nothing. You know what I mean? Talking about bums ain't winning. Bums still winning. In your car, by the way. You know what I mean? They still winning.
It's Stacks.
Yeah.
You mind if I ask you a personal question? Not really personal, but what you laughing at, Mark?
This about to be good, but go ahead.
No. Just depends on what we're talking about.
Go ahead.
All right, so I mean, Stacks was married to a white girl when he first got in the military, right?
Yeah.
Did you ever have any black woman ask you? Of course, he's not going to come to your face and say, but have you ever had any black woman ask you like, what made you marry a white girl?
Never. I don't.
Anything close to that? But dress it up some. But dress it up some where they try to sound like concerned or as a friend, or just want to know what made you fall for her. Was ever dressed up?
Not that I can think of, man. Not even subtle.
If it hits you, if you think about it, whether tonight or tomorrow,
I will. But
or maybe a slick comment, like not so much to be like condescending, but it's just like, like you ain't want me to catch that, but I caught that.
Yeah. If you think back and you remember anybody asking you that, but they try to ask it in a very nice way, like try to make it sound like, "Oh, what made you fall in love with her?" That's so good. That what made you fall in love with her, and came from a black woman. That's her thought process.
You didn't receive any funny looks or subliminal shade.
I ain't talking about looks. Yeah, I'm sure you got looks, but anybody ask you that in a nice way, that's what came out their mouth. But in their mind was like, "Well, damn."
Like very condescending.
So you in the military. That means you probably on your way to have good things, because military perceives that when you go in the military, you're gonna be a good person, and you marry a white girl. Their thought process like, damn. So you marry a white girl. So you get military, you marry a white girl. So if you ever think back, anybody asked you during that time, but they acted like very nice, that's what they was really thinking.
I will actually, I'll try to remember a time, but that was a really, really short marriage. But I get what you're saying. And people would be more apt after the fact to ask that. So if I remember something, I will share it.
Okay. Cool.
So we ready to get into the the main shit?
Yeah.
Those icebreakers was intense.
That shit, boy, I damn near forgot the rest of the fucking pod. I'm like, are we podding already or no?
You guys, thank y'all for watching.
Yeah. Thank you for coming out. God bless. Good night.
Good night.
Hey, yo.
God damn. Hey, Becca, I'm scared because we just leaving the icebreakers, and this nigga topic, nigga, we don't hit the 1 a.m.
I promise you that won't be the case. But yo,
we're gonna try not to.
Let's start the main topic, and I'm gonna go ahead and kick it off with saying a couple of words. I know how it feels to wake up fucked up. Pockets broke as hell, another rock to sell. I'm not gonna go over that whole verse, but when I was thinking about this, when I was thinking about this title, I was thinking about the everyday struggle that's on B.I.G.'s first CD, Ready to Die. Shout out Brooklyn. R.I.P. B.I.G. But I wanted to go over the everyday struggle and how we deal with adversity and stress in our communities. I just want to talk about that because everybody deals with stress and adversity differently, and it could affect certain things such as, employment, building relationships, and things of that nature. Because sometimes when, you got a lot of people, I think there are people, maybe everybody has at least one storm they're going through, or something that's on their mind that's pressing or whatever, but you'll never know it in some people. And in some people, it's some weight is too much to carry. So we're gonna talk about that a little bit, not for long tonight, Merv.
Not till 1 a.m.
So let's.
I cleared my night. I knew what time it was.
Nigga.
So a question I wanted to talk a little bit about adversity, and that's pretty much to me what it means to me is that it's an obstacle. It's something that you're gonna have to accomplish, so to speak, a mission you're gonna have to accomplish, something that you're gonna have to get over. And people have different ways of dealing with adversity, so to speak. So what I would like to do first is just ask every one of you, whichever one of y'all want to chime in, as far as how you deal with well, first of all, let's go back and say how do you define adversity, and how do you cope? Don't go first. Don't be shy. We're talking for fucking damn near hour already.
Yeah.
When everybody speak at once. Shit.
Well, I define adversity as any bump in the road, any obstacle, anything that that has made it hard for you to, whatever situation you're in, that you have to overcome. Anything that you have to overcome to reach your goal, no matter what it is. I consider that adversity.
Yep. That's right. The obstacle that's in your way, and you got to do what you got to do to clear it. And sometimes it's hard. Like, what I'm saying? Like the last time I got booked and Yami had this DUI or whatever, right? And it was on my record. They start bringing up everything else. It was just like, so I go to my lawyer and I'm just like, I got to get this cleared. Because now the old stuff is popping up too. I thought that was already taken care of, but none of that was cleared. And he was just like, you ain't going to really like what I'm about to say, but if you want me to clear all this, this is what it's going to cost. And you really couldn't, I would try to go for a legitimate job or whatever, and I couldn't get it because this stuff will pop up, and the DUI, right? So it's just like all this other stuff popping up, and it's just like, man, I gotta get this record cleared. I knew what the number was, and the number was pretty high. So I'm just like, all right, you kind of, for me, it was just like, all right, well, Mark, you don't want to go back to what you was doing, a few years ago. That's not, something could be worse on the other side of that. So it was just like, I just really just put focus into all these little hustles, that I had, whether it was, selling hats or, I was the hack man. I was all kind of people, but everything was just kind of like an honest living though. But I'm like, it took a lot out because it was just like you doing a lot of things. And I'm like, it ain't that much time in a day, to run 5-6 hustles at the same time. But I was just like, I need my record cleared. So I was just, when I went to the lawyer, I literally went to him, with a bag of cash, like no check, no nothing, just cash. And he was able to take that cash and do what he do. But I'm just like, man, that took a lot out of me, but I'm glad that I did it because I'm just like, man, you punch my name up now, it's no record. For real, this guy hasn't done anything. But I was just like, man, it was times where I was like, I don't know where I'm gonna get this money from, and and stuff like that. Like, and I ain't really tell nobody about it. The only person really knew about it, my mom. That was it. Nobody else really knew. And I ain't want people who I was good with to take note, even though they it's guys who I know that's still in the life or whatever. I didn't want them taking no extra chances on my behalf, trying to help me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't never put your mans in jeopardy or nothing like that. So it was just like, man, you know, and I ain't really want to tell nobody about it neither. You know what I'm saying? You know, because some things it's just like you don't really want to share that story like that. You know what I'm saying? So at that time, it was just like, nah, I ain't doing that. I'll find a way. But I'm like, man, when they say, you know, how they always had that running joke where, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you must be Jamaican. You know what I mean? You got like 6-7 jobs, right? I really was Jamaican for about 2 years. You know what I'm saying? I was, you know, because I'm like, I had to support myself. You know what I'm saying? Make sure mom is good, family, all of that, and clear this, you know what I mean, this hurdle. You know, and I never told anybody about it. The only person who knew about it was my mom's. That was it. You know what I'm saying? And I think once I got everything together, I told my brother. You know what I'm saying? But that was probably the first time that I was going through something where I didn't even tell my brother. My brother knows everything about me. You know what I'm saying? Because that's my right hand, my man, 50 grand. You know what I'm saying? But only person who knew that story was my mom's. You know what I'm saying? But it's tough, man. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I think with adversity, you gotta, instead of looking at like it could be a big obstacle, right? And it could take time to clear it. You gotta just do a little bit at a time, though. You know what I'm saying? And if you do a little bit at a time, you know what I'm saying? You just trying to clear it, clear it, clear it. Eventually, I mean, you be like, man, I got it halfway done, and then I got it 3/4 of the way done, and then I got it all done. So I just like don't look at it like it's just this big task. Just start trying to chip away at it. That's the best thing, you know what I mean, you could do, because that's what I did. I just chipped away I just chip away at it, and then finally, you know what I mean, it got fixed. So, you know what I'm saying? That's the best advice I could give about that.
Yeah, nigga, thanks for sharing that. That was a lot, bro. Thanks for sharing though. Cuz
For me, adversity is pretty much just anything in opposition, any struggle, any difficulty that you may face when trying to reach a goal. Um, the way that I deal with it, honestly, my first thing is to react to it, right? So whether that be, you know, with frustration or with even being angry, I get that out first, right? And I only allow myself to do that for a short amount of time. Let me react to it, and then if that's it, it's over. And then I go into go mode. Then it's like, okay, well, what is the issue? How can I solve it? There's more than one way to skin a cat. So I'll try this way, try that way, try this way. I try to maneuver my way around it, especially if it's something that I have no control over, right? If it's something that I have no control over or that I didn't bring on myself, I kind of try to think. I get the emotion part out of it, and then I try to think logically about it, because that's, for me, that's how I feel like I'm going to get through it. If I'm too busy being upset with it for too long, or just frustrated, or asking why me and all of those things, then I don't actually get to the problem, to solving it, to getting through it, to overcoming it. So I try to get that out the way first, and then find, you know, all my options. What are my options, and which one, based on the situation that I'm in, that I could, you know, execute the best way, and try to just move on with it. I know it's coming, because this life is very unpredictable. So I just try my best to just get over the hump the easiest way I can, with less blowback, with less stress, less possibility of what I want to do not working, things like that. So I try my best to attack it in a logical way after I'm done reacting, and that's only for a short amount of time.
And I forgot to tell you how I react to it. I can tell you how I react. I want to also answer Sam's question. I'm pretty
yeah,
sure she
man.
wanted to know that from everybody though.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a good question too.
Um, so Sam says, "Who do you talk to when you're facing seemingly insurmountable adversity, and when you're struggling, who do you turn to the most?" Um, so I actually I turn to my friends the most, to be honest with you. I mean, I got now, but I have a great motherfucking family. All right, like I got family I can depend on. But I still turn to my friends the most. between Stacks and my nigga Javon, those two people know the most about me. So any kind of situation between those two, any kind of situation I'm in, I could go to those two for any situation I'm in. If one may be better than the other one handling a situation, so Stack specializes in this, or Jay specializes in that. As far as like I need help or I need a listening ear or something like that, those y'all go to my friends. Um, and that's for both. I mean, that's for both questions. Um, but when I don't, sometimes I just need to be. Sometimes I'll just isolate myself. I just have to damn kind of process everything and come up with. I take a deep breath, be by myself, and just figure out what's the next move for the grand scheme of things. Because
Mm.
if you think about the whole brand of it, it become overwhelming. So I
Mm-hmm.
always try to think about what's the very next step for me to do to start fixing this problem or to get out of this situation. And that's
Mm-hmm.
how I compartmentalize it so that I don't get overwhelmed. And I'm like, and also time wise, what needs to be done in the next 24 hours, 48 hours? I know it may take 4 weeks, but what the fuck can I do in the next 24, 48 hours? And that's how I deal with like adversity or times like that. So between my niggas and me, just I will isolate myself and just figure out on my own. But I do know if need be, I have my niggas that I could call.
Yeah, feel you on that. Feel you on that. I mean, me
So
personally, like it's it's my brother. Like the one time I didn't come to him because I felt like I let him down. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like he would always tell me, like, no matter what trouble I got into, you know what I mean, you could be better than this and you're gonna be better than this. And then I mean it started happening, and then all of a sudden, you know what I mean, I make a mistake, you know what I'm saying? And I thought I let him down, so I ain't want to tell him. You know what I'm saying? Because I thought it'd been like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't believe in you, you know what I mean, for how you do this. You know what I'm saying? So I kept it from him. But I was like, but that's the person I go to the most is my brother, like about anything, you know what I'm saying? Especially if it's anything serious or whatever. You know what I mean? I go to him first, man, because I'm like, he he thinks just like my dad thought. You know what I'm saying? So what I mean? It's real, smart is he give you good advice, you know what I'm saying? He thinks before he speaks, you know what I'm saying? So that's the person I would go to, you know what I'm saying? If anything popped off, it'd be my brother first.
I
for
have a
me,
Oh, go ahead. I got a question after this.
it would be of course my wife, but there's to be I mean to me if you have a spouse, there's some things you don't as a man you don't really want to worry your spouse with. So it's if it's not her, it would be of course Merv, my little brother. And it's kind of like the same thing as what you say, Mark. Because our father passed in 2005, and even though
Mhm.
you know he's younger than me, iron sharpen iron type thing. We give each other very very good advice because we got a lot of our father in us. But yeah, as
Mhm.
far as in insurmountable adversity, man, yeah, I would say those are my big three, and yeah.
Gotcha.
The same with me. Like first thing is just because of how I was raised, my first thing is to be like, okay, God, what's going on? What am I missing? Right. And the thing is that everybody's relationship with their faith is really different. So the way that I'm talking to y'all right now is the way that I talk to God. Like out loud with my, emotions with my hands. I'm like, okay, God, what's going on? What am I supposed to learn from here? Because I'm missing something, right?
You give
And
him
then
neck
I'll
action
go,
too.
huh?
You give him neck action too.
All of that. All of that. I'm like, God, and all jokes aside, this is me. So I'll be like, God, what is going on? There was a time before
Uh-huh.
I moved here that I was home and I was looking at Jasmine. She was like maybe one. And it was like and I think we've all been at that point where everything was happening at the same time. It was like I could not catch a break. And I remember sitting on my bed and I was crying the hard, ugly cry where you couldn't even bottom lip quivering, like I was a mess. And I was like, God, what is going on here? And I was literally like, what is going on? And that was the first time I realized that, okay, something is up. What's going on? And after I try to figure out, what he's trying to show me, then I would go to my mom. It used to be my dad before he passed, because my dad was just everybody's shoulder. So it was just so easy to go to him, because one thing about my father was that he would give you sound advice. He would let you vent and get it all out, and then after you were done, he would say, "Okay, so how can I help you?" And that would be who I would go to first. Now it's my mom, and I try to get some wisdom, because she might have been through it. But other than that, I go to my best friend. Depending on what it is, I go to my husband. I've been blessed with a very good friend group. That is one thing that God has definitely done for me that I don't know. I can't thank him enough for, is having great friends. And I have non-judgmental friends. I have friends that I can go to and say the wildest stuff to, and they won't judge me. And I need that, because when I'm in the mood, I'll just spit. It just comes out, and they were like, "Rebecca, you done?" And I'm like, "All right, I'm done. All right, now let's get to problem solving." So sometimes you just gotta get it out, so that way you don't have to. It doesn't fester inside. And then I go to whoever can help me, and it depends on what it is. If it's money, I might go this way. If it's emotions, I might go this way. If it's especially marital, I'll ask my mom. I have friends that have been married for years, so it depends on what it is.
Mhm.
I definitely do not try to, and this is something I used to always do, was handle it on my own. Because there's been a time where in my life where I had nobody but me, so I kind of learned how to talk to myself through situations. And then when I started to get older, I realized that was too much, and was becoming very stressful, because I don't know everything, and I was always the type to never want to ask for help. So I had to learn to ask people for help. So now I have to actually even still talk myself through asking somebody for help, because I'll just say, fuck it, I'll do it on my own. Just because I want the control over that. So I have to actually talk to myself and say, no, ask for some help, relax. Robert tells me all the time, chill. And I'm like, okay, I'll chill.
Yeah,
Um,
but you right about that. You got to know who to ask. You know what I'm saying? Like, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like, if you have a certain problem, like, all right, well, maybe I'll go to this person. That's like you pointed out, Becca. I just like, man, I remember one time come to my cousin, right? All right, well, yo, who we got run down on? I mean, I come up in your job, I mean, we snatched the boss out his office, you know what I'm
Damn.
saying? And I was just like, no, it's not like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you got to know who you coming to first. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, man, like, all right, that's the way they go handle the problem. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, so depending on
Yeah,
what
because you
problem it
got
is,
friends that will
based
either
on
help you
where.
hide the body. You got
and this,
friends that will help you hide the body
and
or talk you off the ledge. You
this is
got
a
to know
great
who to go
segue.
to, because if you're in a mood, you can't go to that friend that's going to help you
Yeah,
hide the body. It's not going to work.
Yeah,
and this is a great
seriously.
segue because I told you I have some questions, and this is exactly what my questions are.
Yes, sir.
Um, so like, all right, so this for everybody. And you can't say your spouse, because I understand when you're married, that is the person you're supposed to go to first. So that's gonna be the default answer, okay? So, but I
Hmm.
understand this you can't say the spouse, because I understand if you're married, that's who you're supposed to talk to. So I understand that.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna ask y'all questions, and each question is for everybody, and I want y'all to think about it real quick and let me know who you're going to. Either, if you want to say the name, that's fine, but we might not know that person. So either say best friend, mom, dad, cousin, brother, sister.
Mm.
All right. So Stacks and Becca, um, before y'all got married. All right. So this for everybody, and this is before y'all got married.
Time ago.
Yeah. But it resonate. All right. You find out you're pregnant. Who you calling?
I'm calling a fucking
You
somebody that studies the human anatomy.
You got somebody pregnant.
If Stacks is pregnant,
Yeah, that's what I was fucking about.
I'm having some problems. I got some fucking problems.
All right. Hey, Mark and Stacks, y'all just got that phone call like, yo, I'm pregnant, and somebody you don't want to have a baby with.
I can definitely answer.
I've been here before, you know what I'm saying?
Oh my god.
I call, you know, a couple of the homies just like, yo, man, she not, like, man, I was like, man, I ain't even want to.
No. Who's the first person you called? You can't call all of them at the same time. Who's the first person you called?
You know what I mean for my homie. That's the first person I called in that situation.
Oh, your homie. Okay, I thought you said multiple people. Okay, your homie.
No. I call him. He just like, yo, you gonna have to talk her out of it. You know what I mean? Tell her had that abortion and shit. You know what I mean? For real, like, man, we got things to do, man. We about to go to college and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, we about to get our college on, man. You don't have no time dealing with that.
Stacks.
So I got somebody pregnant that I don't want to be pregnant.
It's bad news. Bad news.
Yeah, I'm gonna call you and I'll tell you why. Because you're my A1, and I know, you know, being the scumbag that you are, you will find a great way for me to get out of that. So yeah, I would definitely call you first. That's a no-brainer now that I think about it. Next question.
I'm the problem solver in the crew.
AKA scumbag. Hey hold on. Hey Mark, you know the show Better Call Saul? That nigga Saul like a motherfucker.
Yeah, you got a scumbag problem. You know what I mean? That's the guy to go to.
Right.
Can't be one of them good problems. You know what I'm saying? You know.
Hey, Becca. Who you calling?
But besides her father, it was my best friend.
Okay. All right. You just got fired from your job.
Oh shit. we married or no? I mean, we married again.
Right.
You can't say your spouse, man. Like you can't.
Okay, so my spouse can't be my answer to none of the questions.
Yeah, because more than likely that would be the answer to most of the questions.
Okay.
I'll probably call my brother first.
Okay. Mark.
Yeah, I probably call my brother too. Just like, man, got fired, yo. I can't even believe they was tripping like that. I ain't even steal that much.
Becca.
Still that much. My best friend.
Okay.
She might be the answer to most of the stuff.
Okay, that's fine. All right. So,
Tayson said he going to his twin for everything.
Oh yeah. I mean, for real.
Okay. All right.
Shout out to Tierre.
Yo. You try to do it on your own, and you wasn't successful. Your rent is $1,500, and you need it in the next 5 days, or you evicted. You passed a warning. You passed all that grace period, and you try to do it yourself because you didn't want to ask for nobody. It's kind of embarrassing. You didn't tell nobody, but now you got 5 days, or you out. Who you call?
This is an easy one for me. Shit. Man, yeah, it's an easy one. I'm calling my cousin. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, Trap Lord. You know what I mean? Trap Lord cousin. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, cuz, they about to throw me out this joint. Like, man, how many bands, boy? How many bands? How many bands? That's all you gonna say. You gonna say how many bands?
You owe me, boy. I got you, but you owe me, boy.
Yeah.
All right. Becca.
I've actually been here before, and it was my mom that I called.
Okay.
So let me ask you this. So is this 2022?
Oh my God.
No, I'm trying to figure out, man. It's who I call first. Man, I'll probably call my mom, man. If I'm asked out like that, I'll call my mom's. And again, shit, might be my brother or my sister.
I mean, mama be a smart call because I'm gonna say like this: a good mama, right? She got a stash, like for real, like good mama got a stash. I mean, she ain't telling you shit about it, but she got one. You know what I'm saying? In case of emergency, she got one. You know what I mean? Exactly. And that stash runs pretty good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, mom, I don't know how I'm gonna do it. You know what I mean? I'm short like a stack. Like, just go get my bank card. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Mark, that stash that they've been damn just throwing money in since the 70s. Like, just listen,
you know what I'm saying?
In the house.
Good mama been smart. Okay. Good mama, you know what I mean, for understand all that.
Cool. Your car breaks down interstate midnight.
OnStar.
Roadside assistance out this motherfucker.
OnStar and Geico.
I know who not to call. You know what I mean? Shoot. Man.
Okay. All right. Cool. You just got jumped.
That's an easy one. That's an easy one. Easy one. You know what I'm saying? Oh man. You know what I mean? Shoot. They the trap lord cousin. He's gonna call the block, and then the block riding out. The whole entire block. Like, yo, let's ride. You don't understand how some folks in your family and some folks wait for that call. They want you to call them about it. They die for you to call them about it. As soon as you even come to them with a problem, they think that's the problem.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Shit, it's about to go down.
Like seriously, like talking to my cousin, like, yo, man, I'm having a problem with this person at the job. I mean, listen, we come up to the job. Like, no, not that type of problem. You know what I'm saying? Seriously, man. But you got some friends and some cousins. They want you to call them with that problem, right? Particularly you, because it's like now it's like, well, you ain't on the block with them. You're a professional trying to, you know what I mean, for be on your civilian joint or whatever, right? So they want you to call with that problem, especially you. You know what I'm saying? Jeez, so it's crazy. But yeah, I know what I call it. That's an easy call.
I'm calling one of my homegirls, Shanice. She ready with the machete. She ain't gonna ask no questions. She's the one that's gonna help me hide the body.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is a tough one.
You calling Chanel. Chanel ready to fight somebody.
That's a damn good choice. Hey. You know what? You answer that question for me. Hey,
if Tamika isn't down, you calling Chanel and Tamika.
Hey, check this out. Hey, and Mark, my cousin, she probably barely 100 pounds. She fucking dudes up, like skilled dudes.
Yeah,
fucking them up. So I should have.
7 feet tall. She's
she. But yeah, thanks. I don't know why I didn't think that should have been the fucking first thing that came to my mouth.
Chanel Green.
Now I'm gonna say like this.
Hey, Stacks. This is what you should have asked. Are we talking about 2022? Are we talking about 2008?
It don't matter. 2008.
Yes it does. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. He gonna talk about. Yes, it does.
It definitely would have been Sean. Now we talking about.
Okay. God bless the
dead. Hey, yo, Mark. That's the cousin that been to jail, but don't have a problem going back on behalf of the family.
I'm gonna say like this, right?
He got no problem.
Some family and some friends, right? Even if it's a situation that they would love, you still don't want to call them because they're going to go overboard with the situation.
That's him. That is him.
You know what I'm saying?
That's him.
It's like All right, so say if you got jump, right? And then you got the guys back, right? You know what I mean? You beat them, you know what I mean? For they still laying on the ground, broken bones, whatever, right? This is like the friend of the cousin, yo, go get the machete from the car. Like, no, we not chopping nobody arm off, all right? We just not going to do that. Oh, man, you know what I'm saying? It's okay. They still living. They still breathing if they just got one less arm. I'm like, yeah, so that's like, I'm trying, but everybody knows that person, and you don't want them on, you don't want their advice on anything. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to help you with no problem because it's going to end up with a machete. You know what I mean? That problem's going to end up with a machete, a bat, or a hammer. You know what I'm saying? Or gun. You know what I'm saying? Anyone, some type of weapon. So no. You know what I'm saying? Some people you should never call. Just don't do it.
Yeah.
Well, then that's almost everybody in our family, Stacks.
No. Yeah. I mean, no. You have that one who's really going to take it there. You know what I'm saying? It's just, yo, when they say go get the machete from the car, they really want to chop a person's arm off. And they don't even care, like, oh, yeah, I'll take them years for that. You know what I mean? They deserve it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell
you. You don't want to do that. Because I'm trying to tell you, you know why? Because if you've seen it happen before, then you know what I mean, that's when you just like, and I've seen it happen before, you know what I mean, with one of my uncles, you know what I mean? But that's another story for another day. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just like, you don't want him around because you know he's gonna take it there. Not hypothetically, you know what I mean? It's like he really just did it and he really just got 10 years for it. You know what I mean? He don't give a shit.
Damn. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? No.
That's when you send Christmas cards every year to make. Hey, you remember we still family at this motherfucker.
Yeah,
right. Just stay on their
that's just somebody you know. You don't even invite them out because you already know what's going to happen. You know what I mean? You bring them a plate back in a bottle and some beer. You know what I mean? And you just sit on the stoop with them. You know what I mean? That's about as far as you can deal with that person. Is yo, we sitting on the stoop. That's it.
Hey, yo,
you know what I mean?
Like Bean said, for real, you lose limbs when you fuck with him.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, some people, man, you can't.
Right.
No.
All right. You just got arrested.
Let me think. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to tell you, anytime I got booked, it was my parents. It was, you know what I mean?
Anytime. I don't want to know.
You know, it was because I think the last, you know what I mean, well, you know what I mean, it was mostly my dad, and then after my dad passed, the 2 times after that, it was my mom. You know what I'm saying?
If I get booked, I'm calling Merv first. Once again, I mean, I'm in jail. I gotta find a scumbag lawyer. He'll do at the moment until I find an actual lawyer. So I mean, he will tell me exactly. Like if I don't want nobody to know that I'm in jail, he will give me some very sound advice on how I can accomplish that.
Yeah. And you know what? I'm also tight with a bail bondsman too.
See.
Oh, shit.
So it's good to be tight with guys.
What did I tell you, Mark?
To be tight with some guys like that. Hey, though, you know what I'm saying?
Merv that I know a guy, nigga.
Yeah.
Guy, right?
This is good.
Always know a guy.
Good stuff. You know what I mean? Good. It's always good to know a guy.
I got a guy that can get y'all the casket y'all want for like a quarter of the price. Yeah. You got somebody that got a fucking casket that's not that don't own a mortuary? What the fuck is going on?
And this guy, you know what I mean, knows everything. He can get you a casket, the playoff tickets. You know what I mean? He's a guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
Really.
Becca.
I don't know who I'm calling. I get locked up. I'm calling. Well, I probably need some bail, so I'll call my mama, and then get fussed out on the way home about Jesus.
Shoot, at least you went. Are you getting hit? Because I got hit in the car. You know what I'm saying? Oh, no, while driving. Oh. My mom ain't slapping. She's swinging like goodness. Oh, I know what Chris Brown feels like. Shit.
Too holy for that. But she'll come to the jail with a bottle of oil.
Let me ask y'all that. I got a question.
Go ahead, Zach.
I got a question. You are, and it's under same format. You are about to do something that is somebody wronged you, you're about to do something that is definitely going to put you in jail, who do you call to talk you down?
My best friend.
Shoot. Straight up, my brother, the most logical man I know.
My best friend. I'm definitely calling her. She's talking me off the ledge quite a few times.
Merv,
yeah, I'm definitely calling her.
You ain't been getting no questions. You've been asking all the motherfucker. I'm asking the
question. Oh shit.
Don't say me because you know I'm emotional. I tell you,
I know. Goddamn. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it was about my ex. I definitely can't call you this. Shit. You know what? My nigga is between probably Ed. My nigga Ed. Ed, long as he's not dealing with him, and he's the most logical, conscience-based nigga in my circle. Like, you know what I'm saying? He really tried to always.
He's in the center of most things.
Huh?
I mean, he's kind of like in the center of most matters.
Yeah, he's very kind of like, yo, let's think about it this way, and like, you know, give another chance, and is not, you know, it can't be, it's not that bad, or you know, he's like that. He's yeah, that's how he talks. He talks with he talks logically. He talks logically, and he's no, like for example, he was the last person still giving my ex benefit of the doubt. Like, yo, y'all can really work through this.
Fuck.
And y'all can really work through it until he got enough, like, you know what, I was completely wrong. Everybody's like, nah, fuck that.
But you know what though? It's another person that I know who probably be good to call, you know, like if I'm about to do some stupid shit, right? That'd be my man Hollywood E, right? But Hollywood E ain't gonna talk to you, you know, with no real logic. He just gonna say all the shit you gonna miss. So wait a minute, hold up. You mad at this person, right? And you want to get at him, right? But the summer's coming up, so that means you ain't gonna be at no Roots picnic. Y'all mean Comic-Con, chicks dressing up. Y'all mean titties out, purple titties, green titties. Y'all mean you gonna miss all of that. You know what I'm saying? You gonna miss all the fun, the car shows. You gonna miss all the women. You know what I mean? You gonna miss getting this money, you know what I mean? So you gonna fuck all that up because you mad at somebody else. You know what I mean? Think about the fun, the women, and the money. You know what I mean? If you keep your mind on that, we good. You know what I'm saying? Don't throw your life away over this nonsense. You know what I'm saying? All you gotta do, man, is focus on what we gotta do, man. That's party, have fun, get this money. You know what I'm saying? He like, man, don't be mad at that. He like, you probably gonna bump into that motherfucker, and when you bump into him, stun on his ass. You know what I'm saying? Seriously, that's all you do, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to kill him. Stun on his ass. But that's Hollywood E. That's his answer to every problem that you'll ever have. You know what I'm saying? Yo, man, I just went through with my chick, man. What should I do? Stun on her ass. That's what you do. Like, that's not good advice at all, but that's going to be his advice. I guarantee.
Gotcha. All right, y'all just suffered heartbreak. Like, your spouse or your significant other just broke up with you, and that's like, I mean, yeah, you just got broke up with your significant other or spouse or whatnot. You just broke up, or you just filed for divorce, or you just whatever it is. Mark, make believe, because shit, I don't even know you got a heart, but
God damn.
If a girl made you sad, and you know what I'm saying, from breaking up or whatever,
that motherfucker's going straight to the strip club.
Man.
You gonna call an Uber and go to the fucking strip club? That's what the fuck you gonna do.
Like, you don't call Uber. You know what I mean? Like, call Uber. Like, oh man, nah, you know what? I'll probably talk to my sisters, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'll probably talk to my sisters, because at least they might point out where I might have went wrong. You know what I'm saying? You know, they'll be more objective with it. You know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, my brother, he's very logical, right? But he might not be as objective as they are. You know what I'm saying? He's like, oh man, well, she probably was wrong. I can see where she went wrong here. But they ain't gonna let me off the hook for my bullshit. My brother, he might. You know what I'm saying? But
True.
my sisters won't. My sisters gonna just, well, what you do? You know what I'm saying? And why'd you do that? Like, so I would go to my sister because both my sisters gonna give me the real, especially y'all mean for real. My sister-in-law, my brother's wife, she gonna give me the real. Like, y'all mean she ain't gonna sugarcoat it enough. You know what I'm saying? So
you need one of them in your circle, one or two of them that you fuck with.
Absolutely. You know.
I'm going to my best friend. That's who I went to. My bestie. We've been best friends for almost 30 years, so I can't say my husband. So it's gonna most likely be her for most of the answers.
Got you.
I actually forgot the question. I don't know why.
Heartbreak. Who you go to for heartbreak?
Your spouse just
Merv won't be the answer to this question at all. I can pretty much guarantee it.
That's gonna be my brother.
Yeah, I figured it would be Brandon.
I can't go with Merv on this one.
Nah.
He gonna say, fuck that bitch.
Hey up. Merv be like, yo, car got gas in it. We out. Don't worry about where we go. We just out.
Why y'all bullshit? Merv probably said, "Would you do?" Shit. Fuck you do.
Who you going to for heartbreak, Merv?
It was N.E. Heartbreak.
Shit.
The strip club, no.
Damn.
When you had the divorce, who'd you go to?
That's what
you probably wasn't sad about that.
Not at all. Not at all.
I think he was ready to get rid of her ass.
Oh yeah, when I first started going through that shit, it was Jay, my homeboy Jay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. When I first started going through that shit. Let's see. You found, and this ain't really a struggle. This more is like, if y'all can answer this, y'all might can answer this question. You just found the house of your dreams. Your shit is good, but this house of your dreams was a little bit more money, and you need a co-signer.
Oh shit.
That's a sore topic. I'm not talking about no fucking co-signer, Merv.
Good.
I might have to be without that house.
Yeah.
I already know I can't call my mom. Definitely can't do that. Honestly, there's nobody that I would call that I would even want to do that with, or even let anybody know that. I might have just to live in the car. I don't know.
You don't know. I said the house of your dreams. It's not like you're not homeless.
I have no idea, to be honest with you.
I think, to be honest, I don't know who I would call, but if I did, you know what I mean, they're not going to co-sign that. You know what I'm saying? Because the house of my dreams, like, first thing they going to get to the property and they be like, you don't need all these rooms. You don't need all them garages. You know what I'm saying? You don't need all that. You know what I mean? You know.
This nigga trying to get somebody to co-sign mansion.
Yeah, you know, like, look, you know what I mean? Yo, and I'm gonna try to gas them too, right? Like, look, you know what I'm saying? Like, listen, we get this mansion and shit, right? I'm trying to tell we can have that thing popping a night. You know what I mean? You know, I was just like, man, I just gotta be without it, and I just like, man, I go past nice ass cribs every day. Yeah, I'm just like, yo, I just like, man, you know, Stacks. And you know how we be like, yo, must be nice. I really say that. You know what I mean? Driving in some of these neighborhoods, like, yo, must be nice.
And the first thing Mark is thinking, he ain't thinking about living in the motherfucker. This motherfucker thinking about all the fucking parties he can throw out that motherfucker. Hey, yo, Mark, but I show up. I just so you know, I would show up now. I'm gonna put that out there.
Hey, listen, man. I done seen a crib that had 3 grills. Like this had 3 grills. I'm like that must be what's up. You know what I mean? If you got meat going on 3 grills, that startled me, man. I need that. I need that one day. I need 3 grills. Every part of the crib, the grill is going. I don't got to go back to the same spot. I can eat here too.
What if you do lose your house or your place of residence? You actually kind of like you don't have no place to stay. Like let's say you do, the eviction notice don't get through, and you got to go somewhere.
I mean, everybody would be welcoming. I think, you know what I'm saying, you know, my sister, my brother, my mom, obviously.
Yeah, I know.
Saying?
That's why I said who's the first person. Y'all, you keep forgetting that. You keep mentioning a lot of people out.
Man, you know what I mean? If I actually got thrown out, you know what I mean, I had to go somewhere, I'd probably go to mom's. You know what I'm saying? I'll probably go there, you know. Probably go to mom's and that'd be that.
Becca, Stat?
Either my best friend or my mom or some of my other friends. I know of every single one of them probably be like, well, you can stay here. So
yeah, the question is who's the first person?
My mom. Definitely my mom. But sometimes calling my mom, I rather call a friend sometimes because what happens with that call is also a lecture. And sometimes when you're going through stuff like that, you don't want to hear
all that shit.
I don't want to hear all that.
Gotta take that on chin.
Hey, you be like, yo, we here now.
Right. Like I already know.
You can't do that. You can't do that shit. Hey, you can't do that shit in that position though.
I know God wants to get stupid on his money.
Hey, yo,
Jesus is not pleased.
You gotta humble yourself for that shit. You fuck around and be homeless for real when motherfucker. You gotta let them get that shit off. Like I can't understand. Hey, look, ain't nobody trying to hear that shit. Can I stay or not? Motherfucker or not, bye, motherfucker. Like,
no, and the thing is, you gotta
take that on the chin.
Yo, and the thing is, y'all, if you go with moms, you got to get out of there real fast because it's just like, yo, like, you know what I mean? Like, if you with one of your homies, at least, you know what I mean, chicks coming through and all that, you know what I mean? You ain't bringing nothing through your mom. You got to get, you know what I mean? Like, man, you got to get a telly. Like, damn, you know what I mean? Like, yo, like, I wouldn't feel right getting the telly, you know what I mean, at my age now. Like, now 20, 21. We got tellies every weekend, but I can't just be like, yo, you know what I mean, I got this chick, yo, where we going? Like, oh, we gonna go to telly. Like, damn, you know what I mean? And say if she wants some luxurious shit, and I'm like, nah, you know what I mean? We just going here to, you know. You know what I mean? Nah, we're not doing all that. You know what I'm saying?
But that's real. But it's different. It's different for men than it is for women. Because I remember when I had Jasmine, I left New York. I ended up moving down here at 31 with the child, and I ended up moving back with my mom. And it was a struggle because not only am I back with my mom, so there was all kind of things in my mind going as to how did I end up here. But then it's also like my mom was like, yeah, why are you here? And since you here, let me give you this list of the things that's I'm gonna require for you to be here. And you got 30 days.
Yep. God damn,
dog. You know, sometimes it's not. I ended up staying with her for 3 years before I got my own place. And that was after my dad died. So there was a lot of things going on between her and myself mentally. And, you know, being a single mom, living with my now single mom, it was just, she was a widow at that point. So she's dealing with my dad's death and she don't want me there. She want my dad there. It was just a lot. Like, I don't want you here. I'd rather my husband be here. Like, go somewhere. So, you know what I'm saying? It was just a lot. It was a lot to deal with. And that was very stressful. Like, although people on the outside looking in was like, okay, you live with your mom. You got help with Jasmine. That's cool. But it wasn't always cool. She wasn't a living babysitter. She didn't care if Jasmine was upstairs sleeping. I could not go out. I was not watching Jasmine. I'm not her father. And you know, it was tough to deal with those situations. Like it was not as easy as it looked or people might have thought it been. It's great if I was older. Like right now, if I had money, I would have my mom come live with me. She wouldn't have to pay nothing. She would scot free. She could live off of the air if she wants. I don't care. But
That's what I want for my mom too.
It's different. Like it's
but your moms probably don't want it.
way around. And
like
so,
my mom.
Right.
Yeah.
So when dealing with that, it was hard to cope with the fact that I'm at that space in my life, and my mother's at the space that she was at, and we're both in the house trying to work through it together and not tear each other apart. It was tough. It was
I
tough.
can imagine. So let me ask y'all this. Mark, use your all right. So let me think of a
I got a question to ask y'all too.
You got it. All right, y'all got your first significant, like you going through, you having like a significant kid problem. It could be anything, like your daughter is boy crazy, or your son is being disrespectful, and like you having kid problems, or whatever it is, whatnot. But you having major kid problems, and you like, fuck, what the fuck is going on? Mark, if you can't think of, if you can't imagine, then maybe think of your closest nephew or your closest niece that's more like a son or a daughter instead of a niece and nephew. Who y'all calling? Who y'all reaching out to?
You know, and you can't deal with it, you know what I'm saying? And you man, I went through this, you know what I mean, with my little brother, you know what I'm saying, before he had passed, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. He was just out of control, you know what I mean? But you know who I let deal with him? I let the guys who I knew in jail deal with him, because I brought them up there. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, this is where you're gonna be. You know what I mean? If you good with that, I'm good with it. But you know what I'm saying? You know, after talking to some guys, you know what I mean, who ain't gonna never get out. You know what I mean? For real, he straightened up. You know what I'm saying? He didn't want that.
If that didn't work, who will you reach out to after that? Who's that? At least that person. Cause it's still.
I'll probably say, you know what I mean, for real, I'll probably say, you know what I mean, for probably my uncle. You know what I mean, for my Uncle Cal. You know what I'm saying? He real good, you know what I mean, for real in situations like that. Like he understands a lot. So that'll probably be, you know what I mean, the person I reach out to.
Becca Stacks.
My homegirl Jasmine, she has her daughter's a few years older than mine, so she's only experiencing what I'm about to experience. So I would probably call her, or just any of my friends that have teenage daughters. I would try to remember how it was when I was a teenager. But times are different, so that might not work. But I would call my homegirl who has teenage daughters.
Bro, give me that scenario again.
The scenario is like you have, you got your first significant kid problem. I said son or daughter, but in whatever situation it could be, your kid is being disrespectful, your kid is boy crazy, or girl crazy, or maybe your kid's starting to sneak out at night, at nighttime, and you done caught them a couple of times, and it's like, yo, what the fuck is going on? And you trying to grasp it, and you trying to bring them back in. Who's the first person you calling to kind of like, yo?
Damn.
The cops.
Another damn good question.
The cops.
Probably calling the bail bondsman for me after I fucked my damn kid up.
I said the cops.
But oh man, probably my own brother, my little brother.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I got a question for y'all.
Okay.
All right.
When you know, when dealing like with all of these scenarios that Merv have asked us about and things like that, when you get to that point where you're definitely you're definitely facing adversity, right? You're definitely stressed out. It's you're on the ledge, right? And you're about to jump off. Like when you're dealing with that, how do you cope with maneuvering through that problem, like to overcome it? What are some of your coping mechanisms and how you get over those things that people sometimes don't even know that you're doing? Because sometimes people cope with comedy, people cope with, with faking it till you make it. People have all kinds of other methods, but how do y'all cope with adversity that just won't stop?
Man, Becca, I have a gift and a curse. I have a gift and a curse, and it's really a gift and a curse. I've been told, I think Staxton said this to me before. Jay done said this to me before. Couple of my other niggas in the crew done said this to me before. Sometimes I'll be in a fucked up situation, and I don't even realize I'm not moving like I'm in a fucked up situation.
You faking it till you make it.
No, huh? No, it's not even faking it. No, it's not even faking it. Like I can minimalize something so fucking to the point where I'm not looking at it like it's of an urgent matter. Well, my nigga's like, nigga,
motherfucker. Yeah, exactly.
Nigga, what the fuck are you doing? You need to do this.
Like the building is on fire.
Yeah,
hey,
it's on fire. Everybody else yo, calm down. It might rain in the next 5 minutes, y'all. You ain't got to, y'all. Calm down.
That shit fucking that burns me the fuck up too. I promise you, it does. It really does. Hey yo, this nigga with I promise you, if they come across the series and say an asteroid is coming and all of us are going to die, this nigga will try to minimize that shit. He will try his damnness, even though that shit is 100% chance and it's coming. That nigga will try to minimize that shit.
So,
we still got time. I mean, we got a couple hours left.
We're not dead. We're not dead yet.
So that's my coping mechanism where I rarely panic in the serious or pressure situations, and I just be like, yo, me panicking ain't gonna change shit. Let me think of an action. Oh, calm down. Think of an action, how to get through this, and just you know what I'm saying. And if need be, you know what I'll do. This is sometimes very bad. I'll put that shit back in the mailbox. I will put that shit back in the mailbox. If it's gonna be a Friday, I'm like, you know what? This is not gonna fuck up my weekend. I'll put that shit back in the mailbox. I'll go back in the mailbox on fucking Monday. It's like, nigga, you gotta pay something by Tuesday. I'll figure that shit out Monday morning after this weekend. But this is not gonna fuck up my weekend. I'm gonna probably like, this shit not leave. Like, yeah, well, I'm going to leave the world for the weekend. I'll come back to life on Monday. Everything's gonna be all right. I always land on my feet. I don't know how. But I always land on my feet. Everything's gonna be all right.
Yes.
Meanwhile, like
this. I can guarantee you. I can say
the type that's gonna stay on the Titanic until the very minute.
Mark probably support every fucking thing you just said now.
Yeah, I mean, I like for me, I was like, yo, if I'm dealing with some shit, I gotta go have some fun to take my mind off that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta roll out. You know what I'm saying? I gotta roll out. You know what I mean? I got to go through the phone. I'm like, man, maybe it's a woman in here who might have sex with me. I don't know. You know what I mean? I got to do something, you know what I mean? For real, to take my mind off of whatever's going on.
It's random.
You know what I'm saying? So,
it's not random. That's Mark.
Here's the thing, you know what I mean? For real, lately, what I've been, what kind of, you know what I mean, gets me, to calm down or whatever I'm going through. I'll just go get on the grill. I just, you know what I mean, for real, take some meat, put it on the grill. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, well, you got to eat. You know what I'm saying? And usually, you know what I'm saying, when it's winter, I might not, you know what I mean, for a jump on the grill, but it's a dude down North Philly, you know what I mean, that I know, and he be grilling, you know what I mean, for it don't even matter if snow coming down. This dude be grilling, right? I just like, oh, I'm gonna take a trip down north real quick, holler at my OG, you know what I mean, for real. And whatever's going on, he don't want to hear it. He like, look, taste this steak, grab a beer. We eating steak, you know what I mean, for real, and just, you know what I mean, drinking a beer or whatever. So whatever's going on, you ain't even thinking about it at that time. You know what I'm saying? But that's like lately my coping right there is the grill.
But you know what though? I don't. What Merv says, I don't think that's a. I mean, it sounds really problematic, but I really do get it, because if you get mail on Friday and you know some bad news in that motherfucker, that it's not like it's still gonna be bad news on Monday.
Well, it ain't a white envelope. That's how you know it's bad news. It ain't a white envelope. I can guarantee you that.
But far be it from me to fuck up Saturday and Sunday. I mean, I gotta go back. The chances are I gotta go back to work on Monday. I'll be pissed off anyway, because Monday's the fucking worst day of the week. Let's just get that shit out the way. So why not just wait? You already got bad news that Monday coming around. Why not wait till Monday to open the motherfucker?
Right.
I kind of fuck with that a little bit though.
I can understand that also, because if the problem cannot get solved right now, right?
Right.
And if it's going to take a couple days,
that's where it's problematic. If the problem could have,
you don't want to be mad for 5 days, right? But you could be mad for just one. So let me party the next 4. I get it, but I think for me, my coping mechanism, I wouldn't even say maybe I do it intentionally, but it's just something that I've developed. It's not a fake it till you make it kind of thing, but it's never let them see you sweat, right? So I'll be going. There's been times I've been in the group chat with y'all, putting LOL and GIFs in the chat, and I got tears in my eyes.
God damn.
Like it's just a way. It's just a way to. It's not like I'm ignoring what's happening around me, because it's inevitable. I'm gonna have to deal with it.
Hey Becca, it's called, you understand that life goes on, and you can't you can't pause. You know what I'm saying? Because if you pause, it'll put you in a worse situation. Because like when my nephew got killed, life paused for me for about 4 months. It started back.
That nigga fell off the face of the earth.
Yeah, it started back after 4 months, and it was in slow motion. Like, it was in slow motion. Life didn't become normal mentally back to me until a year and a half later. That's another reason, like now it's easy for me to deal with shit after going through that and understanding, yo, nigga, I don't give a fuck how fucked up you are, the situation is, bills don't stop. Life don't stop.
Yep.
Adversity don't stop.
No.
You can't fucking stop. So I was already kind of like, I became more immune to bullshit or bad shit adverse after I dealt with. That's the most adversity I've ever fucking dealt with. And it damn near, it crippled me. You know what I'm saying? I was mentally paralyzed for months. A lot of people don't know it, but I was mentally paralyzed for months.
I get it. That was me after my dad died. After my dad died, I was like, okay, well, what am I do now?
So you understand, you still got to keep moving. If you got, even if you crying, you still got to keep moving while you crying. You know what I'm saying? A journey for 1,000 miles start with the first step. So even when you crying, you still got to keep moving forward. Even if you mad, you got to keep moving forward. Even if you sad, you still got to keep moving forward, because life don't fucking stop.
But you know what though, Merv? That sucks, because we should be able to stop for a moment and not have to keep the train going, but just stop for a second. I think COVID and the pandemic caused a lot of us to have to stop for a moment and say, okay, we can't keep doing this. We have to stop and take a break and figure out what's important in life, because a lot of people was just going and going and going and going, and the pandemic had everybody stop. And you hear a lot of people saying that during the pandemic was the time that they felt the most stressed, the time they felt the most on their plate. A lot of people didn't get to chill during the pandemic and say, finally, I get a break. A lot of people during the pandemic was like, oh my goodness, I lost my job. How am I going to feed my kids? How am I going to get to work? I don't have any gas. I can't fix my car. This person died and they was the breadwinner. So now I'm a single parent and I don't. So sometimes stopping to deal with the issue at hand makes it even worse. So by default, because survival of the fittest, we just keep going and not realizing that we haven't dealt with the issue. Like when my dad died, I came down here. My dad died. I came down here on a Saturday. My mother sent me a text and said, "You have to get down here right now." I hopped on the first thing flying down here to see my dad on Thursday. My mother booked a flight on Monday evening. I came to see my dad Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. My dad died Monday morning. And I couldn't even mourn. I had to get on a flight and come back and be a mom to my daughter by myself. And I remember that night holding my daughter. She was only 7 months old, crying to her. There was nobody else really that I could call to even mourn to and be like, oh my God, my dad just died. Like, I'm about to go with him. So I need to find out who's going to raise Jasmine because I'm out. Right. And it was like, I can't even stop and mourn the death of my father because I had to be a mom. And then even when the pandemic came, it was like, thank God I still have my job, because if I didn't, where would I be? So those things come into play. And then it's other things that we deal with in the Black community. That was the time when men were getting killed all the time. It's like, damn, y'all couldn't even go out in the street without being harassed by cops just because you were breathing. That's a stress that our community deals with a lot. And we don't need to stop and address it.
You know, another thing that made the pandemic harder and made it more stressful, and this is not me being funny. People wasn't able to get their weed. People was able to get their liquor.
They wasn't able to escape.
It was no escape. Like you had to go through much more. It was harder to get that liquor or to get that weed or that vice that help people, because those are coping mechanisms. You know what I'm saying? Some people coping mechanisms going to a strip club. You can't go to a strip club. So it was like you're locked inside a house. A lot of people coping mechanisms
have to deal with all your issues. You couldn't run away from them no more.
Couldn't. Not even briefly. You were constantly real world dealing with the same shit 24/7.
Yeah.
Every fucking day, every fucking week, every fucking month.
Yep.
So that's why depression went up. That's why suicides went up. Like, that's one of the reasons why the pandemic was so fucking hard. It wasn't, I don't think it was the fact that people couldn't go out. It wasn't all the way that people couldn't go outside, but
a lot of people OD during the pandemic as well.
You couldn't need to go get for that escape or go get your vice or want to help you with the coping mechanism.
As far as the way I cope, man, I play video games. I'm a homebody, so I like being home, and like Tajon put up there, when I'm alone with my thoughts, that kind of gives me a chance, like Murph said, to process things. Because sometimes you can get inside your head, sometimes too much, sometimes as well. And be over analytical on some things. So sometimes being alone, and that's a good I could not imagine. Fortunately,
damn.
Some people, and that's one of the things that we really don't look at. Like, you got people that are by themselves. They've been alone the entire pandemic, and when you're isolated like we were during that time in lockdowns, you're looking at all this shit. Now you got the Black Lives Matter protests going on, so you're seeing all this Black trauma and stuff going on TV. You buy and I know people personally that have been by themselves
the whole
this entire time. And that's why that human. I mean, and the bad thing is the pandemic that's the worst kind of thing, because human connect. It proves that human connection is really, really needed, and for you know, for the last two years and some change, we've been told we got to stay away from each other, you know.
Yep.
So yeah, that's these last couple of years, man, been wild, man, and that's just compounded adversity and shit like that.
I'm like, when it first hit, it was weird, you know what I mean? Because I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? I think the person I felt bad for the most was my mom, because, you know what I mean, you didn't really know anything, but my mom couldn't see her grandkids. That's like my mom's favorite thing, is to be around her grandkids. And he's just like, yo, well, we don't know how it's spreading. We don't know how people contact it. It wasn't no vaccine or nothing at the time. You know, we didn't know anything. You know what I mean? But all I know is she couldn't be around her grandkids. And you know what I'm saying? Even though she seen me every day and she seen my sister, you know what I mean, for most days, and she seen my brother, she couldn't see her grandkids. And you could tell, like, on her face, she was just sad. She just wasn't happy. You know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, that really messed up a little bit.
You know what else was probably hard for specifically in the Black community during that time that I think also added to the struggle and the whatnot. In the Black community, we really believe in when we got a loved one that passes or dies, we want that last memory of being able to send them off the right way.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
We strongly believe that in the Black community. This is my last chance to show love. This is my last chance to speak about them. Last chance to see them. And during that time, bodies was either being kept or they had to do grave site funerals that only 3 people can come to, if that. So that's another thing that also I think that hit the Black community really, really hard. Because it's like it was only like mom, dad, kids.
Yeah.
Like, you can't go see your brother. You can't go see your sister. Because like in the Black community, that's important to us.
Yeah.
And during that time, watching YouTube, watching Facebook Live is not the fucking same.
Yeah, you know, or you on.
It's not.
Like,
So
I mean, I remember being on Zoom with the family, like Zoom. You know what I mean? Nobody want to be on no fucking Zoom. Like,
my 40th birthday was on Zoom.
Yeah, you know, you don't. You know what I'm saying? I was
some
just
people,
like,
some people, family is their bloodline. Being around their family is things. You got that population out there where being around their family actually keeps them alive, keeps them out of depression, keeps them out of, you know, got some folks that absolutely have to be around their family because they're, you know, suicidal and they need that support system, that human interaction and things of that nature. And these are all things that I guess we kind of knew was going on during the pandemic, but it's kind of sad just to think about it. To be perfectly honest.
The fact that we're talking about it and dissecting it is like, yo, god damn, we dealt with all that. I never really sat down and just thought about every fucking thing we dealt with until we're having this discussion right now. But
even planning our wedding, me and Robert, we thought like, are we gonna have one? And if we do have one, how are we going to do it safely where people can come? And we've had people say, I would love to come to your wedding, but it's the pandemic, so I'm not coming. I've had friends who say, you know, how many people are you going to, you know, invite, and how are we going to sit? And even a part of me selfishly for a minute was like, I don't want to look at my wedding pictures and see everybody like we in a third world country with masks all over their face. I don't want to see that, right? So a part of me was like, when I go back to my wedding pictures, it's gonna be like this. Everybody gonna look like this.
Right.
And I don't want to go back and look at the only wedding I'm having and see everybody's eyes and forehead and that's it. But it worked out and we was able to do it safely. And thank God nobody, you know, ended up catching COVID from coming to our wedding. But that's still a thing. Like, you really had to think about, do we want to be around other people? It really isolated everybody. And that type of isolation is not good for your spirit, because it's gonna put you in a certain space where now you question even being around people. Then you question the people who you used to be around. Do I want to be around them again? And then you start to think about, well, I wasn't around your ass for 2 years and I don't miss you. So all right, friendship over. So it starts to make you think about so many different ways that we engage each other.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you. But one thing that was crazy though was just like, at least from what I seen, you had some people, right before the pandemic, right? They might, at least some people that I know, they might have gotten some trouble, for real, for years. They finally started to turn it around and get this job or whatever, They working it and everything like that, and then boom, no job. Now, for a person, for real, that really had a hard time walking the straight and narrow, and now they starting to walk it and there's no job. And for now they gotta, they still gotta fund everything they got going on.
Yep.
So it's like, man, that person really, some of them people really had to go back to the life that they wanted to get out of. You know what I mean? And it was unfortunate that some things that some bad things happened to some of those people, along the way. So I felt bad for them too, because I'm just like, man, there's guys that came to me like, Mark, I don't have no money. Like, I don't have none. I ain't trying to do this. And I'm like, man, fortunately for me, I was still able to work. But I'm like, man, I was just putting money away just to give to some, for some of the other family. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm okay, but I just like, man, so I'm like, yo, my Cash App was going crazy. Like, 20 here, 40 here, 60 here, or whatever, right? So I'm like, all right. So I just looked at it. How much, Mark, how much do you need to make sure, you in this situation good? This is what I need, right? But I blew my whole savings. Every last dollar. Trying to make sure, for that it's other people, family and friends was okay, because we in weird times right now. You know what I'm saying? And I just said to myself, whatever I blew off the savings, I make it back. You know what I'm saying? So, I hurt to see that.
What 3 people y'all talk to the most during the pandemic over the phone? Y'all have like, can you say y'all have maybe like 3 people that y'all talk to what 3 people y'all talk to the most during the pandemic?
Well, my family was here. So during the pandemic, my sister and my brother-in-law, my nieces decided to come down here and stay with my mom for a few months, because they was able to work from home. So that way we wouldn't be separated for too long. They just came down here. So they was down here for a few months. But other than that, it would be my friends. During the pandemic, that's how me and my husband got close, because he just came and he stayed. So he was there with me, and he was the one I talked to the most because he was in my house. And then outside of that would be my friends and my family. And it was still only a select few. Other than that, it was mainly, at some point it became social media, but other than that, it was mainly just my close friends and my family, and that was it.
Yeah. Shoot, I was just like, at least for me, I was able to see my brother and my sister, my brothers, my sisters, or whatever. I was able to see them, but not all at the same time though. It was always maybe a one-on-one type situation. You know what I'm saying? But some of my, friends who maybe live a little further away, you know what I'm saying? Like, are they on opposite sides of the city or whatever? I didn't see them as much. You know what I mean? And we reach out to each other every now and then, but it was just kind of sad, because it's just like, man, it's somebody, we hang out, or we, go to Sixers game, or, we hang out here, we hang out there, and now everything's closed, so we ain't hanging out, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, and then, the kids, for you don't really get to see, for nieces and nephews, you don't really get to see young boys like that, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, you got to talk to them, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, but they trying to deal with it on their own too. It's just like, man, this is weird. I can't really go outside. Ain't nobody really outside like that. Can't see you. I felt bad for them, because they're young minds and they trying to process this the same way we trying to process it. But you know, a young person is going to come to you because you know, you the OG. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like they asking you questions that you don't have no answers to. You know what I'm saying? And that
That's a fact.
sucks. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? When you don't have no answers, no question, and a young person asking, you know what I mean? You know, like you just telling them, yo, we all going through it together. I don't really know. You know what I'm saying? I didn't like that part either.
It's interesting
will.
because I never really thought about it like that as far as because all of the people that you know, very few people that are still living that went through the influenza pandemic of 1917, 1918. But I never did think about it from that perspective. Y'all ready to put a nice little bow on this thing?
Yeah.
Good, good joint, real good shit. Okay, yeah, y'all. So let's go around the horn. Start with you, Cuzzo.
The everyday struggle, I think, I hate to say, unfortunately, as Black people, is our everyday struggle really is just to survive. We haven't reached a point yet where we can wake up and be free throughout the day and just live. We have to find out how to survive. We have to figure out how to not get caught up in, systemic racism. We have to figure out how to play nice with people and just we don't get a mental break. So whenever I would my only suggestion would be whenever you can find your little bit of happy, whether it's time to yourself or a vacation or just sometimes it's as simple as, for me, it's large bodies of water. I love going to the beach. That's my peace. Whenever you have a chance to get that, take it because life is very unpredictable and life can be very stressful. And as you can see what's happening in the world right now, with Biden and Putin and just all this craziness that's going on, this world is who's to know what's going to happen in the next couple years with this world. Whenever you get a chance to smile, just smile.
No doubt.
Mark, what you got?
Man, one thing, you're gonna deal with some things with the struggle. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't mean that it's going to define who you are, and it doesn't mean that you have to solely focus on that. I'm just, people ask me all the time, man. You know what I mean? You in Philly? You know what I mean? It's wild out there. You know what I'm saying? And it's always be safe. You know what I mean? For real, love you. Make sure, you know what I mean, you get home and all of that. You know what I'm saying? I try really not to focus on all of the bad that happens in the city. You know what I mean? I try to focus on the good because there's some real good stories here too. You know what I'm saying? And I always try to preach, happiness. You know what I mean? To everybody. You know what I mean? I come across. I like, man, I don't care what it is. It could be the slightest thing. You know what I'm saying? But you got to do something. You know what I mean? To make yourself happy. You know what I mean? Like, listen, if you like ice cream cones, you know what I mean? Get you an ice cream cone. You know what I mean? I don't care what it is. You know what I mean? Just as something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, for me, it's scenery, right? So, you know what I mean? With my job, I get to, you know what I mean, for real, just be one with the road. So I get to see some shit that's like, yo, wow, that's crazy. With nature, I get to see some, you know what I'm saying? Some crazy, insane cribs or, you know what I mean, fleet of cars or whatever. Like, damn, you know what I'm saying? That motherfucker rich as a motherfucker, right? But I get to see it. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. So I'm just like, man, I'm an optics person. So when you see something, you know what I mean, it makes you feel good for the moment. Just like today. Today was a great day. You know what I mean? Thank you, ladies, again. You know what I mean? For helping my optics. You know what I'm saying? Because my optics was on point. You know what I'm saying? This is what I always tell boys. I'm like, listen, if you feeling down, whatever your situation is, man, just jump on Instagram. You know what I mean? If you follow who I follow, that's gonna make you feel better, you know what I mean? At least for a few seconds. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna make you feel a lot better, man. You know what I'm saying? So if you're an optics person like me, you know what I'm saying? Focus on, you know what I mean, for the things that make you, feel good or whatever. And if you could do anything to make you feel good, then do it. I'm like, whatever, it is. You know what I mean? For like, yo, you know what? I need to have a drink. Or maybe I need to smoke something. You know what I mean? Or maybe I need to eat something good. Whatever it is. You know what I mean? For do something like that. You know what I'm saying? and that'll help your day go a little bit better. And then you can tackle, you know what I'm saying, whatever the task is at hand. But it's gonna be hard to tackle that, you know what I mean, if you're mental, you ain't in a good state and ain't no happiness there. Gotta be happy about something, you know what I mean? Even if it's for a minute or so, it'll help you, you know what I mean, tackle the rest of the day. So try to be happy, you know what I mean, anytime you can.
True that. That's a good take. Merv, what you got?
Yeah, Mark, I can't do the IG model shit. I always had a fucking problem looking at women that I can't physically fucking touch. So if they don't fucking IG model, they're not in front of me. So yeah, you can keep fuck a picture.
Yeah. This why I slide in the DM, you know what I'm saying? But that's another pod altogether. You know what I
mean? Indeed.
Mark, I'm shaking my head at you.
At Mark?
At Mark.
Okay, good. Good. I'm not the villain. I'm not the villain this time. Yo, so I ask y'all all of those questions. It was the reason why I asked y'all all those questions, because every question I ask y'all is usually one of those things is something that the Black community deal with every day. Every day. So that's part of all those questions I ask you. Somebody in the Black community is dealing with one of those. Might not be all of them, but at least one of those every day. So those questions make up the everyday struggle dynamically, you know, in the grand scheme of things. And the reason why I ask y'all who would you call, everybody that you thought about from the first question to the last question, that makes up your circle that you believe in, you feel comfortable about being vulnerable, or letting them know what kind of that you're in a fucking situation. So everybody that you thought about, that's your circle of trust right there. From all the questions that I asked. That's one. Two, another thing that I always try to look at, you know, regardless of my situation, if somebody in a worse situation than me, and I still need to focus on my positives and focus on my blessings. You got people out there that's paralyzed. You got people out there that has a terminal illness. You got people out there that don't have neither one of their parents or never even knew their parents. So it's always somebody that's in a situation worse than you. And I use that to keep me in perspective that regardless how I feel about my situation, if somebody worse than me, so I need to be proud. I need to be happy about my blessings that I do have. Grateful about my blessings I do have. And I try to focus on that to keep me grounded, so I don't get too low and I don't get too high. And another thing, y'all, stress is a silent killer.
Yeah.
Right. It's not classified as a terminal disease or anything like that.
It should be.
Yeah, it should be, because stress can bring your period. If you're a woman, stress can bring your period on. Stress can knock your period off. Yep. Stress can cause headaches. Stress can cause pain. Stress can cause depression. Stress can throw your whole fucking your whole fucking mood off. Like, there's so many things that stress can fucking affect in your body without it. It's like a fucking intangible illness that can kill you. I don't know what you call it illness, but stress, that's why I call it the silent killer, because so that's why I try not to stress about. I try to stress as little as possible. There's people that thought they was pregnant. Nope, that was stress. So that's why I try to minimize things. Like I said, it's a gift and curse, because I've become too fucking good at it. I've become too fucking good at it. You know what I'm saying? Like, my ex done called all my family and friends saying, if that nigga don't show up to court, he going to jail. And my friends and family panicking. They calling me, hey, blah, 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 hey, blah, blah. I'm like, yo, listen, it's okay. What? Are you gonna do something?
I fucking hate this nigga, man. For real. That's exactly how I was when I called him too. I fucking hate this motherfucker, man.
Listen. It's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay.
So,
It's
like
okay.
I said, I become too fucking good at it. But I just
Like, what the
I
fuck?
express
What the
no-
fuck? This nigga know that I don't know.
Right. Sometimes you too nonchalant. Like, have some emotion.
Shit.
So, so the black community, make sure you know who your circle of trust is, that you don't mind talking to, you don't mind being vulnerable around, somebody that's dependable, reliable to help you get out of a situation. Know somebody you can talk to. Try not to stress too much, and be grateful for your blessings. Focus on your blessings, and anytime you fall forward. So when you get up, you're getting up in a position further than before, even just a little bit. Always fall forward. Keep moving. If you got to cry, keep moving. Um, it's unfair, but life ain't fair. That's just some of yours. Like Becca said, a lot of times we're in survival mode until we get completely above water that we can breathe and enjoy life. Another thing, travel if you can.
Mhm.
That helps with stress. That helps with quality of life. So if
At
you
me
can
next time, Merv.
travel more.
You heard me?
Huh?
At me next time.
Okay.
With the traveling. At me next time.
Okay.
Definitely have gratitude.
Well, I'm not gonna say much after that. I'm just gonna say good show, y'all. Shout out to our comrades who are not in the building tonight. Shout out to Sean. Shout out to Tina B. Shout out to the Street Team General, Tazon. Shout out to Nick. Shout out to Mel. Shout out to everybody out there on Facebook Live. Shout out to everybody out there on YouTube Live. Shout out to all of our listeners out there on 1 Mile High Radio. Shout out to everybody that's watching us on Blackjack TV, channel 199. We appreciate the love. We're going to be right back at it next this coming Monday with Mark, Nick, and the Vibes. You got Merv and Tazon. You know, y'all know they talking about Snowfall, Bel Air and Power Book 4. And, we're going to be right back here.
Next Wednesday is 420.
Next Wednesday, doing the deal. If you're one of those 420 people, hey, to each their own. Do your thing, whatever it is y'all gonna do on that day. But I'm gonna go ahead and put a nice little bow on it. Peace out, y'all. Thank you. God bless. Good night.
Peace, y'all.